come straight to the point? She was sitting with her ex for like 15 minutes. He again bumped into her after months. I missed you so much, Ryan. Missed us and our beautiful moments. She had a disbelief look on her face. She regretted her decision and once again questioning her choice. Ryan, I realized that I never stopped loving you. What? She laughed in a mocking tone, but his next words even more shocking. Can we please just try again? You still like to fool around? She rolled her eyes. The man in front of her had audacity for a second chance when he treated her like a trash. I'm damn serious, Ryan. I still love you and I know you have something for me too. Let me break it to you that I'm totally over you and not have a least interest in you. Her eyes were shooting daggers to him. He was never a serious guy and his ignorant attitude was pissing her off. So you already have someone. Why do I tell you? And why do I even hear and listening your bullshit? Grabbing her shopping bags, she tried to walk past him, but he held her hand firmly. I really love you, Ryan. I don't like to recycle trash. She jerked off his hand and walked out furiously. Booking a cab, she got inside the car, but unfortunately, her dress torn lightly. What an epic day. Her mood now ruined totally, so her weekend. That guy was always turned her life upside down, but she won't let him hurt her anymore. The hall was filled with the team members and the CEO. There was a meeting going on regarding the new ad campaign of their upcoming project. It's so hard to work with Martina. She has so much attitude. I think our team girls and other girls in the office can be a model for this campaign. It will be something new and refreshing. Will they ready for the camera, or what about act? In survey, most of the people like to get in a limelight and comfortable to get captured, so it won't be a big deal. We can work on this. The other team members also appreciated her idea. That a smile was dancing on her lips, but for final approval, she glued her eyes on Taeyang. Let's see how it turned out. Thank you for granting my idea, Mr. Kim. Finally, the meeting ended and everybody collected their things. Congratulations, girl. Thanks, buddy. Hope it won't turn me down. Be positive. She passed him a smile with a nod. Since she joined this company, Jungkook turned out as her good, supportive friend. What is he doing here? There was Jaemin talking with the manager, and losing her focus, she bumped into Taeyang. Clumsiness runs in her blood. Ouch! She fell on the marble ground and caught everyone's attention, including Taeyang. He immediately bent down to check on her. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, Mr. Kim. She was embarrassed and slid her hand hesitantly to Taeyang's extended hand for the help. Jealousy, anger, happiness, shock was written on everyone's faces. Why are you wearing heels? You used to have sneakers. She looked at him surprised. He really knew her small details, but he didn't break his famous aura. At work, I want my employees to be comfortable. With that, he walked away like nothing happened, and giving a cold glance to Jaemin, she followed him behind. Wine was copying some papers when Jungkook offered a cup of coffee to her. Thanks, buddy, I needed it. No need, it's my duty to take care of you. Wine raised her brows questionably. He smirked and rested his elbow on the counter. I can see your link with Mr. Kim, so I do want to be in your good books. Really? She laughed out dramatically, but deep inside his words really pumped her heart loudly. I think you are blind then, who can't see those signals. What signals? Never mind. He walked away. Wine was desperate to know, yet can't show it either, and continued her work with a sip of coffee. She was done and collected the papers before moving to Taeyang's office, but she bumped into Jaemin. Can you please stop ignoring me? What do you want? Answer is you. She really wanted to give him a tight slap, but composed herself. Keep dreaming. Nudging his shoulder, she walked away, leaving burning Jaemin. Wine was arranging the files when she got an email. Her mood changed when she read it and continued her work with pissed look. Mr. Park is really something. Why is he behind Mr. Kim all this time? He needs to leave Mr. Kim alone. She placed the file in the shelf harshly and lost her balance. Before she could feel, she immediately held the shelf and rested her palm over her chest. Concentrate, Ryan, concentrate. She took another step on ladder and tried to get the box. Due to her baby height, she was only able to turn its position, but sadly, every file inside the box fell on the poor girl. With her closed eyes, she was now waiting for her back to touch the ground, but instead, two pairs of rough arms held her figure like a bridal style. Finally, she opened her eyes and found Taeyang near her. He was barely 2 inches away from her, and she lost in his ethereal features. He really deserved to be called most handsome man. You okay? She finally came out from her dreamland and was about to answer, but it getting hard for her to suppress her smile when 2 last files fell on his head one by one. Are you okay? There's anywhere you can do it without getting trouble? I'm sorry. Her those sweet eyes, and he was already melting. He placed her on the floor carefully, and looking down, she maintained a distance. Call Jamin. He's tall and it would be easy for him to do it. Okay, by the way, Mr. Kim, there's a slight change in your schedule. What is it? He sat on the chair and opened his laptop. Mr. Park arranged a date for you this evening. Taeyang massaged his head. Jimin, his best friend, his soulmate, really wanted to get him settled, just like his grandmother. Cancel it. Okay. She was unable to hide her happiness that Taeyang had to raise his brows. I'm calling Jamin. She walked out immediately and back with Jamin. She told him the work being professional. Can you pass me the files? Sure. She helped him, but he intentionally touched her hand or brushed her fingers, which Taeyang noticed and her discomfort too. Miss Ryan, bring me juice. Sure, Mr. Kim. Thanking Taeyang in her mind, she walked out, but Jamin drawn a bad impression in front of Taeyang. A week passed since everything happened, and Jamin disturbing Ryan was still going on. He was trying to be around her, impressed her, but she got nothing but bad vibes from him. Currently, Ryan was in the office kitchen and making juice for Taeyang when Jamin came inside. Good morning, princess. Not again, or else what? He was so near her that she stepped back and glared at him, hiding her discomfort. Move. Why are you playing hard to get? Ryan now pushed him hard, but he held her hand again. With one jerk, she was in his arms and his hand was touching her. You are crossing your limits, Jamin. I'll complain about you. She was shivering, yet trying not to be weak in front of him, but his hands were now touching her inappropriately, that her eyes turning moisture. Go ahead, I'll see who's gonna write an FIR against me. He held her now that she gasped once again and tear left from her eyes. She wiggled really hard to free herself. Leave me. With her whole strength, she pushed him harshly and slapped him hard. Never touch me again with your filthy hands. Grabbing a glass of juice, she went to Taeyang's cabin. Her eyes filled with tears, body was trembling badly, and could feel his dirty touch on her body. Your drink, Mr. Kim. Hearing her broken voice, he immediately looked at her while due to her trembling hand, juice fell on Taeyang's shirt. I'm so sorry, Mr. Kim. Ryan, it's fine. Instead of himself, he was worried for Ryan. The way tears fell from her eyes and body was shaking in fear. He wanted to grab her in his arm right away, but noticed his dirty shirt. He immediately removed it and, not wasting time, he brought her to his arms. At the same time, door opened and Jamin entered with a shocking look on his face. Shh, nothing happened, Ryan. It's fine, you did nothing. He could understand that her trembling, her fear was not just a mere juice accident, but something else. What happened? Tell me. He kept caressing her back, ignorant about the presence inside the office. His whole attention was on Ryan. He touched me badly. Taeyang understood whom she was talking about and gritted his teeth, but never knew he would have crossed his line. You are with me now. You are safe. You are protected, and no one can touch you now. He was offering her solace, comfort she needed, but Jamin was still processing the relationship of Taeyang and Ryan, with fear lingering inside him. Until I am with you, nobody can hurt you. Never ever. Her body calmed, her heart filled with peace. She was now with the right person and in his protective embrace. You don't need to be afraid, okay? I'm here for you and will always be. He placed a soft kiss on her head and snuggled her more into his arms. I'll skin him alive for touching my girl. His eyes were burning with rage when he finally caught Jamin far from them, who was shivering. Taeyang wanted to kill him right there, but consoling Wayan was now more important. He wishes for his own death. He saw Jamin running outside, but Taeyang smoked in return. He will get the brutal punishment soon, no matter how far he could run away, but at the end he had to come to him. After some time, she was calmed and scooted away from him. He cupped her red face and made her look at him. He was damn concerned for her. Don't be afraid, okay? That won't ever do anything to you. Even you won't see his face anymore. She nodded, but his next move was shocking. He took her in his arms like a bride style. Mr. Kim, you need to take rest. He opened his office inside apartment and stepped in. She was aware about it, but first time was going inside. He gently placed her on the bed edge. I'll be back in 5 minutes. She saw him leaving the bedroom. The way he showered her comfort and solace was making her heart to attract towards him even more. After 10 minutes, Taeyang came back and took her to the bathroom. She noticed he prepared a warm and refreshing bath for her. It will calm your mind and body. He placed her on the slab and stood in between her legs. She was looking down, so he placed his finger under her chin and met his eyes with her. I can't say to forget everything, but I will help you to do it. With that, he pecked her forehead and her heartbeats fastened. She felt his lips on her eyes to another eyes and her both cheeks. And lastly, his lips are just inches away from her. Think about me, and if you need anything, then do let me know. He walked out with a small smile, noticing her shocking face. He knew she was now only thinking about his actions while taking bath. And she did exactly the same. His beautiful, heartfelt gesture faded her bad memories. More than an hour later, she finally came out wearing a bathrobe. She paused Taeyang to admire herself that her cheeks turned red, but her stomach crawled, broke the moment. I already ordered the food, now come and have it. She sat beside him on the sofa and had dinner. His silly talks, his smile, his made her feel comfortable, was surprising her, yet melting her heart for him. Later, both of them drowned in watching a comedy movie. Their laughter was echoing in the bedroom that they forgot how close they were now, but realized it at the end of the movie. Are you sleepy? Okay, let's go to bed. Again, she was in his arms and next on the soft mattress. To her surprise, he joined her on the bed and held her in his arms. She was comfortable yet felt blessed. This man made her feel like a queen. His fingers brushing her hair, his eyes locked with her, and soft smile was dancing on her lips. Thank you so much, Mr. Kim. Do I still deserve to call Mr. Kim? Then what? She played around, but a gasp escaped from her mouth. He crushed her small figure into his protectively. What? I literally called you my girl. Was it your confession? My kind of style, but I can wait for you. But I don't want to. And lastly, her lips met his into a tender kiss, which he responded with the same passion. She was not regretting losing her heart to the right man, and he was blessed to get his girl finally. Soon she slept in his arms, and Taeyang called someone to get to know the update of Jamin. During the call, he was satisfied with his man's treatment of him. Later, I will handle him in my own way. He cut the call with a dark smirk. She was not just a girl he just loved, but protective too. He looked at her cute face and brushed his finger on her cheek gently. I promise, I will protect you and love you my whole